Hey everyone, my name's Kristen. I am the creative director here at Luxie, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about our complete sponge set. So first I'm going to walk you through what the specific function is for each sponge, and then I'm going to go into a demonstration on how each sponge works. So from left to right, we have the detail blender, the precision blender, and the powder blender. So first we'll talk about the detail blender. Now the detail blender is really special because it is firm enough to apply your product in the targeted areas for either concealing or color correcting, and it really allows you to maneuver around all the corners of your face. In addition to concealing and color correcting, this sponge is perfect for skincare. It's firm enough to keep the product on the surface of the sponge so that when you're applying any moisturizers or serums, it is really absorbing into the skin rather than the actual sponge. Next, I want to talk about the Precision Blender. So the Precision Blender is very unique because of its shape and how it's structured. This blender is perfect for blending out foundation, for removing some of your foundation, for placing contour, and for blending out that contour. Finally, we have the powder blender. The powder blender is special because it is super firm so that when it's picking up powdered products, it really stays on the surface and allows for a very even application in all the areas of the face, whether it's above the cheekbones, under the eyes, or underneath the cheekbone to give you that sculpted look. So now that we went through each function of each blender, I wanted to touch on why there are three. So we have three different sponges for different products. So you have your liquids and creams that are perfect for the detail blender and the precision blender. And then you have the powder blender, which is perfect for your setting powders, face powders, finishing powders. That's really gonna allow you to have a flawless application. Normally we use one blender for all of our products, so liquids, creams, powder, contour, and what that does is it creates a lot of buildup into the sponge, and it also doesn't allow you to have that flawless application or that blended out look. So then it starts defeating the purpose of the use of the sponge and what it's supposed to do. So now I'm going to be demonstrating how to use each one of these blenders by doing a no makeup look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to soak all three of the sponges. Once you soak them underwater, they're going to double in size like this. This leaves for an even application and it allows you to save more of your product. So first I'm just going to go in with my favorite moisturizer to prep the skin. So I'm going to take more of that product and just apply it to the areas that need a little bit more coverage. I have some redness on my cheeks, over here, and on my forehead. So I'm going to take my Precision Blender and just blend that all out till I get the desired look. Wow, guys. You want to drag it down to the neck area. You really want to push the product into the skin so you don't have any streaks, and then it looks as natural as possible. So now that I have an even layer of foundation, I like to start with my concealer. I have some pretty dark bags under here, so I just like to conceal that. I'm going to take my detail blender and just apply a little bit on the brow bone. I like the size of this because it's not too small, where I feel like the product isn't really getting into the area, but I'm pushing in the product and still blending out the edges. So now that I have my concealer on, I'm going to take my bronzer stick and my precision sponge, and I'm going to rub that against the edge and then apply the hollows of my cheek, around the forehead area. Now, I don't want too much because I do want that no makeup look. And then just a little bit around the chin. I even like to go against the nose. I am gonna go in with the side of the sponge and just start blending and pushing up. And then pushing up on the side here. And this sponge is perfect for all the edges and really blends out all the contour. You're already starting to see some definition in my cheekbones. The nose is kind of a staple, huh? Now I'm going to turn it around and get the jawline, drag it under so it creates that shadow. I'm going to go in with my powder blender and just set underneath the eye, around the forehead area where you see some shine here, and right over the mouth area as well. For that even, and just I'm going to set right underneath the eyes, under the jaw here, right on this forehead. So now I'm just gonna go over with a 520 tapered brush and just dust off all the excess powder. So taking my precision blender, I'm just gonna rub that on my blush stick. And then I just wanna put it right above the cheekbone. Now, to give myself a little bit more of a dewy finish, it's really gonna be about the highlight and where we place it. So for my highlight, I just want a little bit right here. Ooh, so it has that shine right here. I want it to look like the sun just hit my face. Right at the tip of my nose. So after applying the setting spray, sometimes I can get a little too shiny in some of those areas. So I'm just gonna take what's left on my powder blender and just give it a quick little tap. So here is the finished look for the no makeup look using the complete sponge set. We are super excited to share this with you, and today we're finally launching it on our website. So you can go ahead and swipe up to get yours.